Hey guys, Coach JC here again with another video for you guys. I want to thank you guys really for all the views and the subscriptions that you guys have done to my channel. It really means a lot to me. It really inspires me to keep pushing these videos out. This video is about Asian guys dating interracially. This is a very important topic to me because this is something that I've struggled with before, and being an Asian male growing up in a Western society, really growing up and seeing so many different women of different cultures and thinking that they're beautiful, but feeling that we don't have what it takes to be with them, or that they're not looking at us that way, and all these kind of things. And it's kind of sad and tragic because you should never be able to limit yourself romantically, especially if you really like someone, based on the color of your skin. So I just got a couple of tips here for the Asian guys who kind of want to go out there and date girls of other cultures that they do find beautiful. If you love Asian girls, if Asian girls are your thing, by all means, go for it. But I grew up in a Western society. I was actually born and raised in Toronto. I'm Vietnamese, but I've actually never even been back to Vietnam, so I don't want to feel like I'm limited here romantically. So just a couple of pointers here for you guys, and a little bit of advice on things that helped me in the past in these situations. And ladies as well, if you guys are interested in dating Asian guys, there's a lot of information that I'm going to talk about in this video that may help you, break out of your shell and maybe start approaching Asian guys too. Alright, so let's just get right into it. My first point is really to not be afraid of the girls who say that they're just not into Asian guys. So you're not into Asian guys. It's okay. Sometimes people are just not into people of a particular race. And as Asian people alone, as Asian men alone, we're not the only race that's being restricted. So we just got to remember this. As Asian guys, we got to believe that just because that girl doesn't date Asian guys doesn't mean that she probably doesn't date other cultures as well. She may be very closed and reserved or restricting to only one particular race, her own race, whatever it may be. We can't make any assumptions. But if she's not into you, it's okay. Move on. There's billions of girls out there for us. But the problem is that some of us assume this right off the bat, that they're not into us. Many girls that I actually talk to personally about this topic tell me that the reason that they don't approach or they don't flirt with Asian guys is that they think that Asian guys don't like them or don't find them attractive. And they do tell me that they do find Asian men attractive. A lot of them do find a lot of Asian guys attractive. And as an Asian male living in a westernized society such as myself, you may be thinking, how could they not believe that we find them beautiful? Because we find them absolutely beautiful, just like any other guy of any other race. And ladies, please take note of this, because we do find you beautiful, and we are the same as every other guy out there. Whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, you leave that up to your own interpretation. The second point that I have to make is for us guys to be confident. We got to be very confident in ourselves. Asian guys have the stereotype of being passive and not aggressive enough in their ways to approach women in the first place. We got to know that if a guy from another race wants to pick up the same girl that we're interested in, they're also going to have to go out on a limb, approach the girl, and face possible rejection. And it's absolutely no different with us. So if you try and fail, most likely you can assume that you're not the first person that this girl has rejected. And if she did, that's fine. What you just got to do is, as cliche as it sounds, get up, dust yourself up, try again next time. The best salesmen in the world are ones who can deal with constant rejection. My third point is to negate the negative stereotypes out there about Asian men, because let's face it, we're not the only race out there, we're not the only color out there, we're not the only culture out there that is stereotyped. In the end, we have nothing to prove to anybody. Bottom line is, if a girl is going to judge you or make assumptions about you before even knowing you, chances are that she's not really worth your time. And if you let these stereotypes control your self-consciousness, it will become the greatest barrier for you to get any girl out there, whether or not she is Asian or from another culture. My fourth point or tip is to target your market, because there are a lot of girls out there who prefer Asian males. You can find these girls because they're most likely into things like anime, Asian food, Asian culture and art, Asian music, or maybe they have traveled to Asia in the past and really enjoyed it, had a good experience. These girls are more likely to be more open to dating Asian men. And the fifth point is to definitely not be discouraged, because no one should ever stop you from being with the person that you want to be with, or the person that you find attractive. You should at least give it a try. I've seen polls out there, and I'm sure a lot of us have seen polls out there about Asian men and black females being the least desirable race to date. And of course, our initial inclination is to be discouraged by this information and to really, not break out of our shells. But a couple of years ago, I really did break out of my shell and start dating girls of other races, and you know what? I'm not going to say anything bad about Asian girls or anything like that, because some of us may still just be into Asian girls, and if that's your thing, that's great. Do what you gotta do, brother. But if you are really adventurous and curious about dating other women, just not for the sake of dating women of another culture anyways, we are human beings, we should be compassionate. We should want to date a person because of who they are, not where they're from. but it would be a tragedy to just limit yourself just to a particular race. And it's really nice, especially being in a big city, a multicultural city, to really get out there and learn people's cultures and really get to know people romantically in that way. Just remember to be yourself and to love yourself, because you got to be the best you can be to pick up any woman and to keep any woman. I'm from Toronto. I'm born and raised here. I've never been back to Vietnam, even pathetically. I'm thinking about going next year. Anyways, aside from the point, I'm starting to see a lot more interracial couples out there right now with Asian males and an interracial partner. And you know what? It really makes me proud. I really want to go up to the Asian guy and just give him a nice high five. But soon it'll be the norm. Believe me on that one. Anyways, guys, feel free to leave comments below about your experiences dating interracially as well, the challenges that you face, your success stories, and we can discuss about them. Feel free to email me directly or have conversations with other people who comment on this as well. Also, thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my videos. Please continue to do so. And remember, until next time, you got Coach AC in your corner. Thanks.